Yeah.
So, welcome Sumit to this discussion. And
Mhm.
first of all, let me thank you for agreeing to have this short discussion with me.
Mhm.
So, for the viewers, just to give a quick background, Sumit graduated with his computer engineering from DJ Sangvi, Mumbai University. And
Mhm.
then you graduated in 2016, right, Aman? Sumit?
Yeah. I graduated in 2016.
And then for a couple of years, you worked with Oracle Financial
Yeah.
Services.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then in 2020 Jan, that is
Yeah.
spring of 2020, you moved to San Jose
Uh,
State University to pursue your master's in software engineering.
yeah. Yeah.
Right.
That's correct. Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
um, Sumit, I mean, how has been your experience at SJSU in general? I mean, can
Mhm.
you just tell us a little bit about the university, the program that you mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
been
So I joined SJSU in 2020. I think 2 months before the lockdown started. The experience was really good. And I enrolled for computer software engineering. Uh, I liked the coursework. There were a lot of things that I got to learn, uh, which I didn't learn in my prior work ex and even in my prior degree. So yeah, so the course I felt it was a bit more industry oriented. There are a lot of technologies and there are a lot of stuff that I learned that is currently used in the industry, such as design patterns, then the MERN stack, and cloud projects and everything. So yeah, I really enjoyed my experience and my journey at SJSU. Yep.
okay? So,
Yeah.
a lot of students who apply to SJSU, I mean, the priority is always getting into the computer science program, and
Mhm. Mhm.
many students have this kind of question that will the
Mhm.
in terms of curriculum, does the software engineering course at SJSU is it as good as the computer science? And coming to the opportunities that one gets after you finish this course, are
Mhm.
there any
Mhm.
is there going to be a drastic difference in terms of the opportunities that students
Mhm.
from the CS course get, or the software engineering course get? And there are some other courses also. I mean, I don't know if you are aware of, there is
Mhm.
recently they have a data science course that they started, and then there is a generally
Mhm.
MS in engineering program at
Mhm.
which also has some overlap in terms of the content, course contents, or the subjects. There are a few subjects that are kind of common or which are covered in all these degrees. So, in
Mhm.
terms of
Mhm.
opportunities, in terms of learning, did you find any big difference?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, the term industry oriented. So most of the technologies that I got to work on in SGSU and the projects that were mainly catered to the industry. So if you are looking to build a solid resume for applying for jobs in the US and with solid projects in your resume, I think the software engineering course offers a lot. So I got to learn about React, Redux, GraphQL, Node, and MongoDB to get into the technical details of it. And there were also courses which catered to various software design patterns, which are very much applicable in the industry. So
Okay.
if you want to build a career in software engineering, I think SJSU MS software engineering is the place to be. There were also courses related to cloud, which were focused on like mainly Amazon Web Services and Azure and all that stuff, and overall the infrastructure of cloud. So those were also pretty challenging, and I wasn't a part of the cloud course because I was mainly focusing towards building my career in a more full stack role.
Okay.
But even for people who are interested, so to name a few, like there's a professor named Paul Nguyen, who is known for the cloud course, and a professor named Simon Shim if you want to build a career in full stack. So those are courses, like the courses under these professors are something that I would definitely recommend. doing. And to answer your questions about difference between software and computer science, I think so. If like software is more in software engineering is more industry oriented, the coursework. Computer science is kind of, it caters to the industry as well, but it is also a bit research focused. So you have more, you can get more in-depth knowledge as well. And if you want to pursue a PhD down the line, then I think it makes more sense to go into a computer science course at SJSU as compared to a software engineering course. And with the data science course, I don't know much about it, but I think that's a pretty niche field. So it is very much specialized field, and I mean the job opportunities would also be like accordingly, like restricted to data science or data engineering. There won't be much difference with when it comes to software engineering and computer science job opportunities, but there might be between data science and the both fields. Yeah.
Okay. And
Mhm.
you joined the program in spring. So
Yeah.
and of course COVID happened immediately,
Yeah.
lockdown happened.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
joining in spring give you any disadvantages, advantages, or what did you generally? I mean, had the
So,
COVID not happened, kind of thing,
mhm.
were there certain disadvantages that you probably realized when you went there that okay, I've come here in spring?
So I think the only disadvantage I would say is that you don't get an extra chance for the H1 visa.
Hmm.
So like that is after that, like the zeroth attempt. But otherwise, I didn't notice any. There are pros and cons. So to compare with, like when you come in spring, you don't get to work in the first summer because of
Correct.
the visa restrictions.
Hmm.
But I was fortunate enough to get an on-campus job, and luckily that on-campus job was not one of the odd jobs. But in COVID, like I was involved with developing a website for SJSU itself.
Okay.
So that helped me build my profile as well in the future.
Okay.
So I got lucky, but it's challenging, like to get
So
on campus
in
jobs.
the very first summer, you
Yeah,
got this on campus job, and it was a full time job that you did, 40 hours a week, or
yeah, it was kind of full time. It was like 30 hours a week.
okay.
So
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, and it was like it was not. I was part of developing a website for SJSU, and I was also part of like the job was mainly towards catering to the new model of learning. So like to remote learning. So professors and helping out students like like manage new tools of learning like Canvas, Zoom,
Hmm.
and like online lectures and all that. So although like people from the IT industry might feel that it is not that challenging, but for people who come from other fields like chemistry, biology, and stuff, I mean, it is kind of challenging to yeah, like handle. It was kind of challenging initially to handle this new shift towards online learning.
Hmm.
So yeah, it catered toward that. So yeah, to answer your question for spring and fall, I think there's not much of a difference. Spring students, although they miss out on the chance of the first internship, they get more time to prepare for the actual internship interviews, and more time to for the application process, and
Okay.
you can be a bit more proactive towards getting the internship.
Okay.
uh, so like I came in Jan 2020. I did my internship in May 2021. So
Okay.
I had like 1.5 year to crack, like to apply for internships and crack the internship.
Okay.
Uh, However, but fall students have only 1 year and they kind of have to hit the ground running, because most of these internships applications start in fall itself.
Hmm.
And I know a few students got internships in my batch in fall as well.
Okay.
However, like a few students got later on as well.
Okay.
And the internship plays a major role in your career. Like it is your first work ex in the US.
Mm-hmm.
So, and most of the people I see that if you crack a good internship and you do well, most of the internships get converted.
Right.
So yeah, so I mean that is one plus point. And if you convert that internship, you already have one job offer in hand.
Yes.
But in students, like the drawback is one, as I mentioned, the zero at the time. The second one is that if you don't convert your internship, you just have one more semester left to crack the job.
Correct. Right.
So, yeah, that is. But however, fall students get one entire year
Yeah.
to crack a new job.
Yes.
So that's the only difference I would say. I don't think
Mm.
there's a myth that coming in spring makes like it's is not that effective. I don't think that. I mean that makes a difference.
Mm.
Yep.
So in the
Yeah.
very first summer, did you even take courses, or you didn't? You just worked on the.
No, I didn't take
Oh,
courses. I was just
you were
working.
just
I
working. Hmm.
could have taken courses, but I preferred not to. I mean,
Okay.
that was my personal choice.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
And where
Yeah.
was your internship at?
My internship was at PlayStation.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
after you graduated, you started with PlayStation, or you directly joined Amazon?
No, yeah, after I graduated, I started with Amazon.
Okay.
Yep.
So you had an offer from PlayStation, or you did not have an
No,
offer and you a
no,
full
I
time job
didn't,
offer?
didn't have an offer from PlayStation.
Hmm.
But however, I was able to crack Amazon. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. And
Yeah.
you have been working with Amazon since then.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a year now. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So how was your experience? I mean, being in the Bay. I mean, one of the things about SJSU. I
Mhm.
mean, most people prefer going to SJSU. One of the
Mhm.
factors that influences their decision is its location.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
of course, yes, location is important. But other than that, what did you think? What do you think was really great about being at SJSU, and how much did that being in that Bay Area help you?
Okay, that's a good question. I think apart from location, one more factor was that the ROI.
Yes, right,
SJSU
definitely.
fees are really like decent enough.
Hmm.
Like I think I at my time they were somewhere around $8,000 per semester. So yeah, that was pretty decent at
Yes.
that time. I don't know how much it is right now. But yeah, so that was there. And uh, sorry, what did you
Right. So,
can
and
you
the location. So, apart from the fees and maybe the location, is there
yeah,
something
I
else that you
think
felt was really that you were
yeah,
probably not aware of when you felt was really nice or great about the university? Some factors.
yeah. I think the coursework overall, and I think SJSU during COVID, I don't know how prominent it is right now, but during COVID, SJSU really had a good food assistance program.
Okay.
So
Okay. Hmm.
like that helped us a
Hmm.
lot.
Okay.
They used to provide groceries and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, during the pandemic, it really helped us a lot.
Okay.
So and it's funded by alumni only. So even after I graduated, I tend to donate whatever I can.
Okay.
So yeah, so I mean that's one thing that I really liked about HSU.
Okay.
And the location, I mean, yeah, it definitely does play a role. But I don't think that during the pandemic it played a major role.
Okay.
Of course, we had an upper edge that we were in the Bay Area, but I don't think that it was a major factor. I would say that initially applying to internships or jobs, I would just recommend reaching out to people on LinkedIn or just try to uh, tap into your network and like try to get in referrals.
Hmm.
So that really helps in getting jobs
Okay.
in the US. Yeah, irrespective of the university that you are in.
Okay.
Mhm.
Right. So basically, it was more of your job search was more through your referrals network. I mean, jobs and
Yeah, yeah.
being in SJSU, the location. Oh, were there job fairs happening? I mean, because of course, because of COVID, a lot of things didn't happen
So
during those 2 years. But
yeah. So we didn't benefit much from the job fairs
right,
because our entire course I started in Jan 2020, and from March 2020 there was the lockdown.
right.
Our entire course was kind of remote. So
Mm-hmm.
it was only in fall 2021 that things started opening up.
Right.
And yeah, so we didn't really benefit much from the job fair. But yeah, I mean, we still managed to do without it. So I would say that. But again, the thing was that during our time, the market was a bit better, like a lot better, I would say, compared to now. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's also a factor. So yeah.
Right. So,
Mhm.
how did you get your internship and your full-time job at Amazon? Applying online or
Yeah, I got by applying online. I had asked for referral. I had a few friends in Amazon earlier,
okay,
so I knew them. So I applied through the referral. Yep.
okay,
But yeah, I got in through the student programs only.
okay,
Uh, and yeah, even for PlayStation, I had reached out to a contact on LinkedIn who obliged to refer me. So yeah.
okay.
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
anything that you would suggest, for students who are planning to join this fall or maybe eventually, not just SJSU, but in general, coming in for their master's program, especially on the tech side, right? Any specific recommendations that you may have on something that they should do, something that they should be prepared with, or something that they should be prepared for in terms of expectations?
Okay. Okay. I think yeah, choose your like depends on what you're looking for. If your end goal is to get a job, I would
Hmm.
say first of all choose your courses very wisely.
Okay.
Uh, Choose courses which are tailored more towards building your ideal resume towards your career. So
Hmm.
let's say for software engineering also there are a lot of opportunities. So if you want to do in DevOps, if you want to do a full stack or something, so you take courses accordingly, you have projects accordingly to showcase on your resume and then you start applying. Second thing I would say be very proactive in the internship search. Most of my batchmates converted their internships,
Okay.
and yeah, I mean they were able to get into good companies, so that really helps. So the harder you work in the internship search, the better it will be for cracking a full time. Um, then apply with referrals. I would say, as I mentioned earlier. Apart from that, the fourth thing I would say that like I know the market is kind of challenging right now. I don't know, like no one knows when things might get better. But I think that if you are coming in right now, it's a fairly decent time to be a student because you are safe from getting laid off. I would say you are safe from the job market. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, you won't have that fear. I know that like things are challenging. You might have the but by if you come in right now, you still have 2 years, and in 2 years what will happen you still are not aware of. Like I know someone who is graduating right now, it is a challenging time, but if you're
Right.
coming in right now, maybe the if the economy recovers in 2 years, you would be in a fantastic position. So that's
Correct.
what happened with us as well. When I just came and I landed in the peak of COVID. Initially even we were like scared, and we went through that bad patch that
Right.
oh no, this COVID is there, we don't know when things might recover. But luckily when I graduated, things became better, and we all of us, like almost, and all of the people in my batch were able to get multiple job offers for that matter.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, that I mean nothing to worry about in coming right now. That is what
Mm-hmm.
I would. Yeah, I know there would be a lot of fear and uncertainty in the minds of
True.
people who are thinking of coming right now. But
Right.
yeah.
No, I mean, and this and the recession, if you see traditionally, it's always has been that 2 to 3 years. Yeah, I think three
Yeah,
is also very long term. I think two
yeah,
years is it's a cycle
yeah,
that lasts for around a
mhm,
year, max
yeah,
2 years, and then things start
yeah,
picking up so fast
yeah,
that people, and then that is actually the time when students start applying more because they feel things
yeah,
are very good in the US,
yeah,
and by the
yeah,
time they graduate, that is 2 3 years down the line, again
yeah,
things start going down. So it's
yeah,
always been a cycle that way,
yeah,
and let's
yeah,
hope things improve maybe by
yeah,
2025 at least,
yeah,
so that
yeah,
students who are coming now in 2023, by the time
exactly,
they graduate, think I mean, the job market is really doing good.
exactly, exactly. Yep, yep. So there's nothing, I would just say there's nothing to worry about
Hmm.
if you are coming in as a student.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anything else that you would like to add, or I know it's a little late
Yeah. Mm,
in Seattle where you are right now, but
that's fine.
mm,
Yep, yep, yep. Uh, nothing much, I would say. I think that would pretty much be it. And on the tech side, yeah, I mean, so there are a lot of jobs for software engineering, at least there were during my time. But yeah, so I would just recommend that you can make your profile as versatile as possible, as generic as possible, so you can apply for multiple job roles.
okay,
uh, do not uh, do not restrict yourself to something unless you really are too much interested into that field. So let's say if you want to go into AI or ML or
hmm,
something like that, and you know like what you're doing, and you know you are confident that you would get a job, do not try to restrict yourself to those jobs. Even if you are applying to them, do apply to generic roles.
okay,
uh, Keep your scope as like expanded as possible.
okay,
So yeah, that is what I would suggest. I mean, yeah.
okay.
Mm,
Mhm.
yeah, sure. Mhm.
Okay, thanks, Sumit,
Yeah,
for all the inputs. If there's
yep,
something that you think that you need to add, or just feel free to message, and then maybe we'll try to have another short discussion if possible.
yep, yep,
Okay.
sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once
I
again,
hope this
thank
helps.
you for
Yep,
joining, and it was really
yep,
nice talking to you after a long time, actually.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. No,
Okay.
yeah,
Chalo, bye.
good. Yeah, bye, bye. Yep.